What is good, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's going on with Tesla, SPY, and a couple of other tickers. I'm going to break down what's happening with some more data that just came out, not to mention some more forecasts for the markets as we have Jerome Powell giving a speech very, very soon. Before I break the doubles information, before I get into any more details, let me just mention that I'm not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Webull link, which is down below in the description. If you sign up for Webull and deposit $500, you're guaranteed 20 free stocks. If you deposit $25,000 or more, you're guaranteed 75 free stocks. This offer ends in just a couple of weeks. Anyways, I want to talk about something very important. We had some data that came out. The PMI report was very close to expectations for the S&P Global Composite. Same thing with the global services. This was very close to expectations. But when it comes to other pieces of data, everything else was kind of below expectations, which is pretty good for disinflation. So in this case, we actually saw a very, very big change in services PMI, a little bit below expectations. And then new orders were below expectations alongside services prices, which is good for inflation, good for the Fed's data. And that's part of why the market ended up pumping the way it did. Now, as a reminder, at 12:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's a little bit over an hour after the time that this video is going to be uploaded, we have Jerome Powell giving a speech. This is going to be very, very important. So whatever he says will affect the markets as well. My prediction for the market was I thought the market would uptrend approaching Jerome Powell's speech. And as of right now, it's quite clear that that is what has been going on. SPY came all the way down to 517.5, got a big bounce, started to push. And I told you guys at 10 o'clock a.m. expect some volatility. SPY was at 518. As soon as we hit 10, within 5 minutes, it went all the way up to the 520s. So got a big, big, big push. And now I just want to call out that if you go to the hourly time frame like this, you will notice that the trend is shifting on SPY. This is actually turning a bit more bullish and it's trying to shift right over here in the upwards direction. Now, I'm going to be looking at this 521 area as a key resistance alongside this gap to fill at 522 very close to 522.25. And overall, the chart is looking a bit more bullish, but let's see what Jerome Powell causes. Will Jerome Powell cause the market to pump even more, help SPY fill this gap, or is Jerome Powell about to give us a big rug pull and SPY starts taking back down to 518? The chart looks bullish from a technical standpoint, but we'll have to see whatever Jerome Powell causes. So just be prepared for anything, but just know that the charts do look a bit more bullish. Tesla is also trying to rebound a little bit. Exactly as predicted, it came down to this liquidity zone all the way down to 163, then came back up. So it made a higher low. Watch resistance at 166, not to mention 167.8, and then 170. As of right now, Tesla's holding up nicely. We will see if Jerome Powell helps this thing pump all the way up to 170 plus, or if we get a big rug pull all the way back down to 162. Make sure you're open-minded. Exactly as predicted, the QQQ is up to about 443. That's the level I called out in the morning. And you guys can see that Jerome Powell is also going to dictate this. Is Powell going to pump this thing all the way up to about 445 plus? Are we about to get a rug pull all the way back down to about 440? If not 438, all over again. As of right now, the QQQ is holding up nicely, so we'll just have to wait and see. For Aapl, we got a nice break here. I was talking about this level right here. I told you to watch if we get a break or not. This is helping the market to some extent now that now that Apple's above 170. So if we keep going, you're going to be looking for 171 and then balance fill at 171.5. I do see some more potential for Aapl to push higher. It's showing some strength, but we'll see if Jerome Powell helps us. Will Powell help Aapl go all the way up to about 171.5, or are we about to get a big rug pull? We'll just have to wait and see. And we also have Nvda. I was talking about how we could come back into this zone right here, and that's what happened. And right now we're at 900. Now, even though Nvidia is at this level, we'll have to see if we continue to go higher, thanks to Powell, to about 908, or if we get a big rug pull. Also know that we are on a bit of a downtrend on Nvidia, though. The chart does have this head and shoulders like structure, so the chart is bearish overall, but for the short term, we could get a bounce thanks to Powell. So we'll just have to wait and see at this point, in my opinion. For a couple more, we have Coinbase trying to balance. We actually had a gap to fill. I was calling out this gap fill yesterday. And now be careful. There is a head and shoulders on the charts, but that doesn't mean it can't just pop a bit higher before it comes back down. So there's still potential for this. Amazon is showing some strength, hitting resistance at 182 to 182.5. If we break this, we could be pushing closer to 184. So watch and see how it ends up holding up here. Meta is showing some life. We talked about this accumulation. We're at this resistance right over here at 505. If we do come down a little bit to grab liquidity, we could push higher afterwards to about 510. So Meta's looking bullish to me. Microsoft looks bullish. The other stocks look bullish. Supermicro came down quite a bit. I was talking about this thing dropping. I was trying to rebound, but watch 995 to 1000 as resistance. If we break past that, watch 1020, then 1050. Supermicro is approaching resistance, so we'll have to see how it goes. With that being said, I just want to thank you all so much for listening. Just know that SPY is showing some strength. It's looking pretty good. The market is looking like it's trying to bounce. But whether or not this continues will depend on Jerome Powell. So we'll just have to see what he says. So get ready for his speech at 12:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do what you have to do, guys. I just want to thank you all so much for listening one more time. Have a great day and peace out.